The majority of us devote the majority of our lives to the pursuit of acquiring new knowledge, honing our talents, and securing better employment that pays us more money. Evidently, this is significant because we live in a world that is becoming more competitive, and when we fail to keep up with it, we find ourselves falling more and further behind. Unfortunately, we do not devote half as much effort to learning about finances and what to do with money once we have it. This is the reason why the majority of us, despite earning plenty, find ourselves falling short on finances when it is time to retire or in the event of an emergency. Attaining a state of financial independence is a lofty objective, but it is one that may be accomplished by persistent efforts over a period of time. If you follow the appropriate steps and methods, you would achieve your goal of being wealthy. Within this text, you will acquire knowledge on the procedures that lead to achieving financial success and freedom. Without a doubt, achieving financial independence is a very ambitious objective, but it is not impossible. In the event that you have made the decision that you want to be financially independent, there are a number of personal finance habits that you may cultivate in order to become wealthy. I will walk you through a 7-step approach that will help you achieve financial independence, which is the ultimate aim in terms of personal finance. What does it mean to be financially independent? The capacity to accomplish whatever you want with your time and energy without having to worry about not having enough money is what we mean when we talk about financial freedom, which is often referred to as financial independence. A person may be considered financially independent if they have accumulated sufficient funds in their bank accounts and assets to the point where they no longer require employment. In addition, achieving financial independence may involve the ownership of multiple enterprises that generate sufficient cash flow to ensure that your monthly expenses are covered without the need for you to physically work. Being financially independent is something that everyone desires on some level, whether they are aware of it consciously or subconsciously, but not everyone is aware of how to achieve this goal or understands why it would be empowering to achieve success in this endeavor. Do you have any thoughts? To be able to get out of bed every morning and engage in activities that you are enthusiastic about? Wouldn't it be wonderful? What is the amount of effort that you have actually put into learning about personal finance, saving, investing, or financial planning? Ask yourself this question. There is no need to worry if you haven't put in much effort up to this point. Nonetheless, this is something that needs to change because your wealth is not determined by your income, but rather by the behaviors you engage in. The process of getting started with personal finance might be overwhelming, so let's begin with a tiny step. To attain financial independence, you must develop the following 7 habits. Number 7. Create a spending plan and do your best to stick to it. When it comes to financial planning, budgeting is the most fundamental component since before you can establish any financial objectives that are attainable, you need to have a clear understanding of how much income you are dealing with and what your expenses are. You should determine what your primary expenses are, such as food, rent, and commute, and then establish your goals depending on the amount of money that is still available to you. Through this method, you will be able to guarantee that you will never spend more money than you are able to afford. Number 6. Pay off all of your financial obligations. As a result of the fact that the interest that must be paid on debts is typically rather high and accumulates over time, debts have the potential to become all-consuming if they are allowed to grow out of hand. A good rule of thumb is to pay off your obligations as quickly as you can afford to, even if it means giving up some of the things that you wish to have. However, in the long run, your credit score will increase as you pay off your debt and as you improve your cash flow. This will allow you to direct more money toward your savings and investments. Number 5. Stop giving in to your own desires. In the world that we live in, we are continuously going to be told that our way of life is not adequate and that we must have worldly goods in order to feel full. Remember that merely appearing affluent is not nearly as significant as actually developing wealth, which is something that can only occur when you have a greater amount of cash, which you can then put into investments that are suitable for your situation. Ask yourself if you desire something or if you need it before you go out and get it at the store. It is important to keep in mind that you are not currently paying for it, yet in the future, you will be paying for it. Number 4. Learn to save wisely and invest wiser. It is the single most significant aspect in accumulating wealth, which is what leads to financial freedom, and the single most crucial factor is investing effectively. You might believe that in order to invest, you need a significant sum of money all at once, but the reality is that spending a small amount of money regularly over a period of several years delivers better benefits than investing random amounts of money whenever you have the money for it. Any risk that could cause you to miss a night of sleep should be avoided at all costs. Number 3. Provide you with a paycheck as soon as possible. If you put money aside for your financial objectives, such as a vacation to Thailand, before you spend money on things such as your commute and groceries, your odds of attaining those goals will increase significantly. It is certainly vital to pay your bills and spend money on day-to-day expenses, But if you put money aside for those goals, your chances significantly increase. When you get paid, you can set up an automatic debit so that the money is transferred to your savings account immediately after you get paid. Think of the money as belonging to you in the future rather than to you in the present. Number 2. Find yourself a side hustle or start one. COVID-19 has taught us that nothing is certain and that relying on a single stream of money can be problematic because you never know when it might be compromised. Because of this, it is necessary to have various streams of income. Thus, it is important to find a side hustle or start one. Getting a second job is not something that anyone is interested in doing, so the best approach to get a side hustle is to pick a pastime and turn it into a business. This will allow you to earn money without actively doing it while doing something that you enjoy. The padding that this additional income provides can be used to enhance your savings. Number 1. Spend your money on things that will bring in more money. One thing that can come as a surprise to you is the fact that if you are solely saving money, you are actually losing money. Considering that the average inflation rate for India is between 6 and 8% on an annual basis, the interest rate that you will receive from your savings account or fixed deposit is between 3 and 5%. This indicates that you are actually losing money. Spend your money on things that increase in value over time, such as investing in equities and debt funds or international stocks, rather than on goods that decrease in value over time, such as automobiles or watches. In order to accomplish this, you must first devote some of your time to researching the characteristics of an asset that make it worthwhile to invest money in it. Remember that this is just the beginning of the process. The accumulation of wealth can be accomplished by the adoption of a multitude of additional financial practices and advice. With any luck, once you have mastered the ones that are listed above, you will be able to begin working your way up to those. Share with us your thoughts on this and subscribe to our channel for more. Thanks for watching.